Good afternoon, everybody. Gosh, it's good to see everybody again. We'll look forward to seeing you sometime in person. I'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. First of all, we'll have a roll call. Ms. Warlock, thank you.
I'm sorry, I almost said something wrong. Jim Solner.
Jim Solner?
I thought he was there.
He was there.
He is, but his title.
Member Solner?
Saw him earlier.
All right, we'll go.
Go ahead, we'll check on him.
Member Gordon.
Present.
Member Kaisley.
Present.
Member Erickson.
Present.
Member Schaefer.
Here.
Member Woolrab.
Here.
Member Metzger.
Present.
Member Barnett.
Present.
Member Solner.
He is present now.
I'm here now. Sorry about
Okay.
that.
That's okay. And then Chairman McIntyre.
Thank you. We have 9 members present. We do have a quorum. I'll move on to item 2 on our agenda, approval of the minutes of June 16th and July 14th. Is there a motion to approve? Motion by member Kaisley. Is there a second? Second by member Metzger. Any comments or questions, additions or corrections? If not, all in favor, please raise your
I have to
hand.
do a roll call on that. I have to do a roll call.
I thought you did.
That was roll call for attendance.
Oh,
I
I'm
thought.
sorry. We have to take a roll call vote. I always forget that we have to do that, even on the minutes. I apologize. Let's go.
Jim Solner.
Yes.
George Gordon.
Yes.
Bill Kaisley.
Yes.
Chuck Erickson.
Yes.
Susan Schaefer.
Yes.
Lori Woolrab.
Yes.
Kathy Metzger.
Yes.
Josh Barnett.
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre.
Yes. Have 9 yeses, no, 0 no's, the motion carried. I'm going to try to talk with this mask on. Please let me know if you're having trouble hearing me, and I'll have to remove it. Let's go on to item 3, appearance by members of the public. We have no one who's applied to appear today. So we'll go on to item 4, executive committee report. I didn't have any appointments on item 1A. On 1B, we have reappointments. I want to take a minute to look at those. Is there a motion to approve? Motion by member Metzger. Is there a second? Second by member Schaefer. And we'll have a roll call vote. I'm sorry, member Metzger.
Why are we appointing people from outside our county to drainage districts?
Sometimes their addresses is there, but they could be landowners who have property adjacent to the district.
So they could be outside, they could reside outside our county, but
Yeah.
if they have property within our county, then they can be appointed. Is that what you're telling me?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
Their place of residence is pertinent to their place of their ownership.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? We'll have a roll call vote.
Member Solner.
Yes.
Member Gordon.
Yes.
Member Kaisley.
Yes.
Member Erickson.
Yes.
Member Schaefer.
Yes.
Member Woolrab.
Yes.
Member Metzger.
Yes.
Member Barnett.
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre.
Yes, we have 9 yes votes, 0 no votes. The motion is carried. We'll go on to the next item, which is item C, information technologies. First item is C1, request approval to purchase contact tracing laptops from Dell under the joint purchasing agreement found on pages 8 through 14. Is there a motion to approve? Motion by member Gordon, second by member Solner. Are there comments or questions? Member Erickson.
Yeah, just need someone to explain this to me. Is the county purchasing these or is the health department purchasing these? My first question.
The health department is purchasing them.
Can you hear?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
The health department is purchasing these.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. Anyone else? If not, we'll have a roll call vote. Thank you, Mr. Greg.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Gordon,
Yes.
Member Kaisley,
Yes.
Member Erickson,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Woolrab,
Yes.
Member Metzger,
Yes.
Member Barnett,
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre, are you voting?
Yes.
Thank you.
9 yes votes, 0 no votes. Motion is carried. We'll move on to item C2, request approval of a contract with Broadleaf Video for streaming services for our meetings. Is there a motion to approve? Motion by member Schaefer. Is there a second? Second by member Woolrab. Any comments or questions? If none, I'll have a roll call vote. I'm holding my hand up because my glasses are fogging up with this mask on, so I'll continue to try to call on you.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Gordon,
Yes.
Member Kaisley,
Yes.
Member Erickson,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Woolrab,
Yes.
Member Metzger,
Yes.
Member Barnett,
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre, will you be
Yes.
voting? Yes.
9 yes votes, 0 no votes. Motion is carried. We'll move on to item C3, request approval to award juvenile detention center security camera bid to Psycho SEICO, and that is found on pages 21 through 36. Is there a motion to approve? Motion by member Kaisley and second by member Barnett. Comments or questions or discussion? If none, we'll have a roll call vote.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Gordon,
Yes.
Member Kaisley,
Yes.
Member Erickson,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Woolrab,
Yes.
Member Metzger,
Yes.
Member Barnett,
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre.
Yes, we have 9 yes votes, 0 no votes. The motion has carried. I have no other items to present to the board at this time. We'll go on to the report of the Health Committee. Chairman Schaefer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Health Committee has no items for action today and will not have any items, I believe, for the board next week.
Thank you. Let's go on to the report of the Transportation Committee. Honorable Chairman Kaisley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Transportation Committee has no items for action by the committee. We are going to have at least 3 items on the agenda for the board, and perhaps a 4th item, the one that we tabled at the board meeting last month. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. We'll go on to item D, report of the Justice Committee. Chairman Gordon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Justice Committee brings some items for action this afternoon to the Executive Committee. We have 4 items for action. Item D1A, request approval of a Violent Crime Victims Assistance Program grant agreement with the Office of the Attorney General and the McLean County State's Attorney's Office, pages 39 through 56 in our packet, and I move that.
Motion by Chairman Gordon. Is there a second to the motion? Second by member Soldner. Any comments or questions? Discussion? If none, we'll have a roll call vote.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Gordon,
Yes.
Member Kaisley,
Yes.
Member Erickson,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Woolrab,
Yes.
Member Metzger,
Yes.
Member Barnett,
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre.
Yes, we have 9 yes votes, 0 no votes. The motion is carried. Sir, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I misspoke a moment ago when I said we had 4 items for action. We have 5. This is the second one, item D1B. Request approval of an emergency appropriation ordinance amending the McLean County fiscal year 2020 combined annual appropriation and budget ordinance, General Fund 0001, Court Services Department 0022, pages 57 through 59 in our packet, and I move that.
Motion by Chairman Gordon. Is there a second to the motion? Second by Member Schaefer. Comments or questions? If none, we'll have a roll call vote.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Gordon,
Yes,
Member Kaisley,
yes,
Member Erickson,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Woolrab,
Yes.
Member Metzger,
yes,
Member Barnett,
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre.
Yes, we have 9 yes votes, 0 no votes. The motion has carried. You have the floor, Chairman Gordon.
thank you. Item D1C, request approval of a change order to modify the contract with the National Center for State Courts, pages 60 through 70 in our packet, and I move that.
Motion by Chairman Gordon. Is there a second? Second by Member Soldner. Any comments, questions, or discussion? If none, we'll have a roll call vote.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Gordon,
Yes,
Member Kaisley,
yes,
Member Erickson,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Woolrab,
Yes.
Member Metzger,
yes,
Member Barnett,
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre.
Yes, we have 9 yes votes, 0 no votes. We'll move on to item D.
thank you. Item D1D, request approval of a violent crime victims assistance program grant agreement by and between the State of Illinois Office of the Attorney General and the McLean County Children's Advocacy Center, pages 71 through 87, and I move that.
Motion by Chairman Gordon. Is there a second? Second by Member Woolrab. Comments or questions? Discussion? If not, we'll have a roll call vote. Chairman will vote.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Gordon,
Yes,
Member Kaisley,
yes,
Member Erickson,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Woolrab,
Yes.
Member Metzger,
yes,
Member Barnett,
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre.
Yes. So we have 9 yes votes, 0 no votes. The motion is carried. Again, you have the floor, Chairman Gordon.
thank you. Our last item for action this afternoon from the Justice Committee, item D1E, request approval of a violent crime victims assistance program grant agreement by and between the State of Illinois Office of the Attorney General and McLean County CASA, pages 88 through 104, and I move that.
Motion by Chairman Gordon, second. Second by Member Metzger. Comments, questions, or discussion? None, we'll have a roll call vote.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Gordon,
Yes,
Member Kaisley,
yes,
Member Erickson,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Woolrab,
Yes.
Member Metzger,
yes,
Member Barnett,
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre.
Yes, we have 9 yes votes, 0 no votes. Motion's carried. Member Gordon, do you have anything else for us today?
nothing else for action by the Executive Committee. These items just recommended by the Executive Committee will go to the full board along with items 2A, B, and C. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, sir. Okay, we'll move on to item E on our agenda, Finance Committee Report, Chairman Soldner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Finance has 2 items today to present for action. First one is E1A, request approval of an intergovernmental agreement between the City of Bloomington, the County of McLean, for use of the arena as a voting center on Election Day, November 3rd, 2020, and I so move.
Motion by Chairman Soldner. Question or second? Second by Member Barnett. Comments or questions? Member Soldner.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, This is also going to be used for early voting, but the county clerk had the authority to do that on her own. But this particular part for the voting center had to come to the full board. So I just wanted to mention that.
Thank you for that. Are there any other questions or information? Discussion? If not, we'll take a roll call vote.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Gordon,
Yes.
Member Kaisley,
Yes.
Member Erickson,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Woolrab,
Yes.
Member Metzger,
Yes.
Member Barnett,
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre.
Yes, we have 9 yes votes, 0 no votes. Motion carried.
Next item is E1B, request approval of a resolution of the County of McLean authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental cooperation agreement between the county and the town of Normal, McLean County, Illinois, and authorizing Normal to exercise the powers of the County of McLean in connection with an MCC program and a loan finance program. I so move.
Motion by Chairman Soldner. Is there a second? Second by Member Kaisley. Comments or questions or discussion? If none, we'll have a roll call vote.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Gordon,
Yes.
Member Kaisley,
Yes.
Member Erickson,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Woolrab,
Yes.
Member Metzger,
Yes.
Member Barnett,
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre.
Yes. 9 yes votes, 0 no votes. The motion has carried.
That's all finance has today for action. There will be numerous other items to present to the board next week. I'll answer any questions.
Thank you, sir. We'll move on to item F, Land Use and Development Committee. Chairman Erickson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Land Use and Development Committee has no items to be presented for action. We will have one item coming from ZBA. The committee may recall that the zoning ordinances was amended several months ago to allow the Land Use and Development Committee to propose amendments to the zoning ordinance. And our first amendment is came through ZBA this month and should be presented to the full county board at that meeting. So we'll have that. Plus we have one item there that's presented to the board. I have no other action items.
Thank you. We'll go on to item G, Property Committee Report. Chairman Barnett.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Property brings no items to action for Executive Committee this evening. We will have 3 items before the board at our full meeting next week.
Okay, thank you. We'll move on to the report of the County Administrator, Ms. Rodriguez.
Thank you, Chairman. I bring one item to present for action, actually 2, I apologize. The first one being item H1A, which is a request for approval of a critical hire request. It is on page 125 of your packet. It is for the Facilities Department for a Maintenance Mechanic 2 position.
Is there a motion? Need a motion on the floor. Member Barnett, is there a second? Second by Member Gordon. Any comments or questions or discussion? If none, we'll have a roll call vote.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Gordon,
Yes.
Member Kaisley,
Yes.
Member Erickson,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Woolrab,
Yes.
Member Metzger,
Yes.
Member Barnett,
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre.
Yes. 9 yes votes, 0 no votes. The motion is carried.
Thank you. If I may, Chairman, I'll move on to item H1B, which is a request for approval of a resolution amending the funded full-time equivalent positions resolution for 2020, Fund 0001, Department 0002 of the County Administrator. This is found on pages 126 through 129 of your packet.
Do we have a motion for H1B? Motion by Member Schaefer. Is there a second to the motion? second by member Barnett. Any comments or questions? Member Woolrab?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So my understanding of this is that, well, let me ask, is this would then delete or get rid of the communication specialist positions for the county, the .6 position?
That is correct, Member Woolrab. It would pivot that position into the one described within the memo. The health department will be making their own decisions and bringing those decisions to the Board of Health relative to what they will do next with that position.
Well, I'm going to express my concern with this because if there's no one in the county that's going to be picking up those communication specialists work, and maybe there is, but I want to just say that I reviewed the communications that went out both on Twitter and on Facebook. And there's been, since our communication specialist was let go a couple months ago in June, some point, I don't have the exact date where that was, but we've only had 2 tweets go out since June 15th to the public, and only a couple of Facebook postings, a few Facebook postings, whereas prior to that, there was one on each of those every day, almost every other day, sometimes multiple times a day. And I'm really concerned at this point that we really need more now than almost any time before to have that communication. And it was very good communication, it seemed to me. It was retweeting of things that were relevant to the community from about the county and information about the county. I just think it's critical that we do that. So I was wondering if you had a plan for getting that work done, or because I certainly understand your need to have the human resource person do human resource duties. So how would you see that those communications could continue at the level that they were or close to it while we had a communication specialist?
Well, thank you for bringing up those observations. I want to thank you for noticing the work that mostly I did from probably the beginning of February on. So I was the person actually doing the communicating on Facebook and Twitter at the onset of the pandemic, because it was my decision to deploy the then communication specialist on a full-time basis to the health department. They had so much work to do over there. And so to that end, it has slowed down. I have not continued to tweet or Facebook as much as I was in February, March, April, and May. And what I do intend to do is create a communications plan and train this office support specialist to set up a planned calendar of tweets and Facebook posts that are scheduled out and approved by county administration. So that isn't explicit in this memo, but it is certainly something that we recognize could be paid more attention to. We need to tend our communications garden. And as of late with budget season, I haven't had time to tend to it. And that is how we plan to mitigate that part of our communications efforts.
Well, thank you for that, because and there were all kinds of good things that went out there beside the critical stuff about the pandemic, but things about road closures and where to walk around the building, just and how to get help inside the building or through the county when the building closed, all those kind of things. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for asking.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions or discussion? If not, we'll take a roll. I'm sorry.
Judge Casey, it looks like.
Oh, Judge Casey. I see your hand up, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to suggest something for consideration by the Public Buildings Commission and the Property Committee, and that is that I really feel like the 3rd and 4th floors of the Law and Justice Center exterior need to be repainted to match the color of the 5th and 6th and 7th floors. And this it's been, I believe, 54 years since the Lawn Justice Center has been there, and it has not been repainted, and it's not going to deteriorate the building that because it hasn't been repainted, but it's a matter of aesthetics, and I think that's something that we could afford to do, and I'd like to see the Public Buildings Commission and the Property Committee review that and see if we can't get something done. And if you take a look at it, particularly late in the day when the sun is on the west side, it is really very obvious that it is in need of paint.
Just Kaisley, we'll certainly note that and put your comments in the record, but right now it wasn't quite pertinent to the resolution we have on the floor. So are there any other comments or questions or discussion about item H1B, full-time resolution? If not, I'll take a roll call vote, and thank you for your comments and observations.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Gordon,
Yes.
Member Kaisley,
He's muted.
Yes.
Member Erickson,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Woolrap,
Yes.
Member Metzger,
Yes.
Member Barnett,
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre.
Yes. So we have 9 yes votes, 0 no votes. Motion has carried, and we're back to Ms. Rodriguez.
Thank you, Chairman.
Or
I do not have any items to present to the board under item 3A, H3A. I do present for information our report on recent employment activities found on page 130 of your packet. Be happy to answer any questions.
thank you. Are there any questions of Ms. Rodriguez? If not, thank you again.
I have one other item then to
Comment?
share, if I may, Chairman. Thank you. I know that under other, I just wanted to share that some of you may have heard that just recently, McLean County, we had to expend funds to have our facilities and maintenance staff come in and clean up after a gathering on county property. And I wanted to bring to your attention the fact that in the past, I understand the manner in which groups or individuals requested to have gatherings on county property, but was by calling the former facilities manager, Jack Moody. And sometimes he would say yes to groups and sometimes he would say no, but we didn't really have a policy or procedure in place by which we could then properly provide that permission to these groups and to share with them that they needed to return our property to its condition, unlike the manner in which it was left to us this weekend. So I have asked the state's attorney's office to craft a time, place, and manner ordinance that will help us better provide a system for the public to request use of our property. And so I just wanted to bring that to your attention. And I thank you for that moment. I just like to keep you up to date on these types of things as they happen. And it's definitely something that we felt strongly about letting you know about.
Just pertinent to the Law and Justice Center grounds, or all property will be, or
It seems to be most pertinent to those grounds, although I suppose I would ask the state's attorney to consider whether or not it would be applicable to all of our properties.
all right. Thank you. Any other comments?
No, thank you. I'm done, Chairman.
Okay, thank you. We'll move on to item 5, which is business and communication. Anyone have any other business communication at this time? If none, we'll move on to item 6, and I have some bills to pay. We have the general fund, shared sales tax, municipalities, and veterans assistance. Combined totals of $199,925.62. And we have a $25,440.15 expenditure for the regional planning. Is there a motion to approve the bills as presented? Motion by member Gordon, second by member Woolrab. Any comments or questions? If not, we'll take a roll call vote.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
member Gordon,
yes,
member Kaisley,
Yes.
member Erickson,
Yes.
member Schaefer,
Yes.
member Woolrab,
Yes.
member Metzger,
Yes.
member Barnett,
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre.
Yes. So
9 yes.
9 yes, 0 no. Motion to pay the bills approves unanimously. We'll move on to item 7, information on the closed session. Pursuant to section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act 5 ILCS 120-2C1 to discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel of the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity. There's a motion to go into closed session. The purpose, as stated, would be for the county administrator to give an annual report or for the report, the county administrator's annual report and evaluation as pursuant to and consistent with section 4.0 of the county administrator employment agreement and section 3.2 as far as increases to annual base salary and benefits. And is there a motion to go into closed session? Motion by member Woolrab, is there a second? Second by member Schaefer. I'm going to recommend that we recess as we pass a resolution for a closed session, which would be on Monday, August 17th at 4:30 p.m. in room 400 of the Government Center. And so at that point in time, we will recess the meeting, go in there. Is there a motion to approve? There is a motion. Any other comments? If none, you'll have to take a roll call vote to go into closed session.
Yes.
Chairman, would you read off that date again?
Yes, it would be this coming Monday, August 17th at 4:30 p.m. in room 400 of the Government Center.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
You ready
Go
now?
ahead, call roll.
Sure. Member Soldner,
Member Barnett has his hand up.
I'm sorry.
Member Barnett.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, just to clarify, are we, will we be meeting actually in person in that room, or will we be meeting over GoToMeeting?
We will be meeting in person
Okay,
as our resolution was passed last month. Yes, I'm stated. Okay,
thank you.
okay, you go ahead and call.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
member Gordon,
yes,
member Kaisley,
Yes.
member Erickson,
Yes.
member Schaefer,
Yes.
member Woolrab,
Yes.
member Metzger,
Yes.
member Barnett,
Yes.
Chairman McIntyre.
Yes, motion carried 9-0. And we will then recess this meeting and go back into session for closed session. Again, let me repeat that. It will be in room 400, the Building Government Center on this coming Monday, August 17th at our regular meeting time of 4:30 p.m. Thank you very much. I have nothing else today. I'm sorry, Ms. Woolrab.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I don't know that we came to a resolution on how we're going to get the details of the bills paid in front of us. Does
I'm
any-
sorry, we'll have to address that. Thank you.
Did you want me to address? it,
Yes, if
Chairman?
you'd like to.
Yes, Member Woolrab, staff and I are working to provide each committee with details. I just really didn't have time to regroup this month. We can go backwards and provide you with retroactive, I believe. But I understood our plan forward was to work with the treasurer and my staff to, at the end of each meeting, provide something similar to what the Transportation Committee utilizes, which is running a report of all of the bills paid. You'll be able to see the vendor to whom they were paid and then ask questions about why we paid a bill to a certain vendor, et cetera, and so forth, as well as obviously the amount. And so I hope that you understand that we'll have all of that ready for the next meeting cycle at all of the committee meetings, including executive. So thank you for that, Grace. And we will try to give you some of the ones from the past. As far as the website issues, I'll have to have some more talks with other staff to see if we will be placing those on a different portion of our website, perhaps creating another area where folks can go to look at those above and beyond just the committee structure. Hope that makes sense. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? Member Gordon?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. With regard to our meeting next Monday, is it the expectation that we will all come into the building masked?
Yes.
Yes.
And I think it's our agreement. We will ask everyone to wear a mask. Even while talking, we'll try to be sure. Room 400 has 2,500 square feet, which is as large as the footprint of many people's houses. We'll stay very well separated. Try to talk loud. We'll project at the meeting. We'll be brief as possible. We'll come in directly to the building and directly leave the building. We'll see if there's hand sanitizer and everything is all precautions that we can. I would guess just looking at that room itself, we could be separated by at least 12, 15 feet each. So we'll be sure to make a point to do that. Remember, there'll just be 9 of us. Ms. Rodriguez will give her report and then leave, and then we'll discuss her evaluation at that time.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that information.
Thank you.
May I add one more small thing, Chairman?
Yes.
Just that the government center doors that are open are the ones on Front Street, directly across from the parking garage. Those are the ones that are unlocked. The rest of the building is not open, or the doors are not unlocked, I should say. So you should come in that way.
We understand the importance of us all remaining safe and healthy, and I certainly want to do the same. I appreciate all your good work in this month in committees, and look forward to seeing you on Monday, and this meeting is recessed. Thank you.